the way we do things, his money is mine and mine is his. We discuss everything. It's just lately now where he decided that, what, I just want to buy a shirt. I don't have to tell her. But, but all along we've been discussing everything, especially when we're dealing with like heavy money. We make sure that we talk about it and we come up with very good reasons why we want to spend this money, And it's very, very important because you have to remember we have kids. And, we can spend all we want, but we have to remember they have a future, and we have to make sure that we leave them something, Yeah. Our parents didn't leave us anything, and not because of their own doing. But, now we take over. Let's make sure that our kids are comfortable. We want them to continue this comfort that we have enjoyed.
But also, when I came to your house, because I've been there, guys, I've been there.
Comfortable.
I didn't get to go into your wardrobe, so I didn't see whether you had Gucci bags or not. But what I did see was that you had invested in a lot of art.
Yes.
And I think that that's a great investment because that's something that, it gains value over time.
Yes, it does.
There's Dumile Feni, there's this. The house is incredible. So I think it's also about that, right? About investing in buying things that add value.
Yes, absolutely.
To your world and not necessarily just consuming.
Yeah. Well, also, it's about encouraging young artists to see that we enjoy what they do, their work, we enjoy their paintings. And I love art in my house. I really do. Especially if it's most of it, it's from young people. And I like to encourage that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to encourage that. I'm not one that gives children money to go and spend. I don't do that. Unless, of course, we just want to be frivolous and go when we're going out. But I don't teach my children, you must know this is $1, this is R1, I don't do that. And they see the way we do things in the house. They see when we go to the supermarket, we take them, they see, Mama, we don't have bread. Okay, we don't have money today. But maybe in the afternoon, we'll get some money to buy bread. So they understand the dynamics of living in a home, and they don't demand because they see that we don't demand from each other.
Yes.
It's all about all living together. And when I run out of money, because I do, sometimes.
I was about to ask you that.
Yes, I do.
What do you do with the broke years? Because there's got to be some broke years.
Yes, and then they'll come to me and say, Ma, I have 10 Rand in my piggy bank. Why don't we take that and go and buy something? Mm-hmm. But they see that happening in the house. They see the sharing in the house.
Yes.
So I don't just sit them down and say, learn about the dollar, learn about that. I think that time will come because they hear us talk about, I'm going to the bank, I'm going to do this, I have to pay, the transactions.
I think maybe that's
so they learn that way.
Maybe that's the information that some young artists need to kind of hear, is that even with an incredible career such as yours, you've gone through periods where you've been broke.
Listen.
So it's not like you went to America, you got famous, you got rich, it was nice, you know what I mean?
Listen, I have stories to tell about that.
Yeah.
Yo.
Tell me one of them. Just tell me one of them.
I remember when we started we wanted to come with a record company. Mm-hmm. In the States, and there were a lot of people who wanted to put money behind it. It was called Chisa, by the way.
Yes.
And things started to roll, money was coming in, we're going to start this company. The Crusaders were going to be involved and all that. Of course, money, when it starts to roll in, people start to say, well, nah, it's too many. I need this for myself, I need that for myself. And there was a little problem with that. And I woke up one morning and I said to Caiaphas, you know what? I think we need to move out. Because we're living in this nice apartment that was given to us, furnished, because we're running a company. And he looked at me and said, what do you mean we should leave? I said, yes, I think we should. Let's go and find ourselves an apartment.
That we can afford?
Yes, that we can afford, that we can probably slowly furnish. He looked at me like, are you out of your mind? In America, we don't know anybody. We're the only two people here except for Hugh, Sizenzi, and Jonas, and a few other people. I said, no, let's go. So I said, okay, I'll tell you what. In the morning, let's take a taxi and look in the paper, go to like Wilshire District and see if we can find an apartment. 2 days later, we found an apartment and we moved in. We didn't have the money, but I had a promise from people at Watts who wanted me to come and perform in their festival. I said, let's try this. And while I was there performing, John Levy, who became my manager later, saw me there. And he said, you're not
There's
so
something
bad.
there.
You're not bad, And okay, I worked with him. But before that, we were in this little apartment watching television, a small little television that was lent to us by a neighbor, in the same building, apartment building. And we were watching a commercial of hot dogs and hamburgers.
And you were just hungry,
And
but
we
you
were
couldn't
sitting
afford-
there with nothing to eat.
Yes.
And it was really tough,
Yeah.
very, very tough.
Yeah.
And in the evening, John called and said, I just spoke to some people and they saw your show and they liked you, and I think I would like to manage you. I said, yeah, you want to manage it? But I'm broke. We have no food in there. He said, I'm coming. I'll drive and bring some
Yeah.
food. But it happened.
Yes.
Yeah, it happened.
And then you have to deal with the idea of being famous, but broke.
Yes.
You know what I
Many
mean?
times.
Yeah.
Many times. Sometimes you owe the apartment, we didn't have money, and we couldn't even get money to take a bus, So it was very difficult.
I mean, I started making money, I was young. So I didn't really know what money was, And then I had a child, and I had this little broke moment, and I knew 100 rand can buy me food for this week. 100 rand, you know what I mean? So you just get a real sense of what the money is and what it can actually do.
Yeah.
And I think being broke taught me that I needed to have savings.
Yeah.
I needed to have very big savings. Like, guys, my savings are like this because I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want that my savings must help me through at least a year of suffering. And then after, if I can't sort myself out in a year, then it must be my destiny. But savings.
It's very important.
It taught me to save.
It's
I
very,
have a
very
feeling, though, somebody in this room has no idea what we're talking about. Broke? Because I can only imagine, like, the day he said,
Yeah, some people think that when we
gonna
talk about
burn
broke,
out.
we mean broke like,
oh, my love, gonna burn out. Oh, my love.
you see, Oprah Sticks will never get broke because that
Never.
song keeps paying him up.
A warm welcome to
Every
the
day I'm 100
amazing
rand.
Putsipo Hot Sticks Mabuse. And the ever giving me the bad information, legendary Yvonne Mamchagachaga.
Talking about Sis Letta and Thandiswa, maybe let me speak about Sisi. I think in a way I was privileged to have met them in LA. I went to their house, I think probably after they were broke. I went to their home when they were already rich.
No.
They
Rich
had
is
a-
not the word.
For the first time, I went to a black home that had a swimming pool.
Yes, cozy, baby, comfortable.
I mean, comfortable. Thandiswa just said it exactly how it was. There I was in Los Angeles, my friend. When I get there, they have a little son called Mosese. There's a big swimming pool. I have to teach him how to swim. And he says to me, I didn't know that people in South Africa can swim. I had to,
Comfortable.
Cozy.
I mean, I was introduced to things that I never imagined. Braika first used to take me to this Thai restaurant. I said, Brother Caiaphas, what is Thai? He says, it's Thai food, Sipo. You know, I mean, I was exposed to these things, and I mean, it was the first trip for me in the US, and I was like, hey, yeah, I thought I was going to see Earth, Wind, and Fire and all those guys, but meeting Caiaphas and Sis Letta in the US was the best thing that ever happened to me.
That's all you needed.
That's the best thing.
Thank you, Dr. Man.
I just want to say this is such a great space. Nice, young people in the arts. We thank those who thought about us and wanted to do this. We really want to thank them. I'm just one of those lucky musicians, because when I was actually found by mistake, and investment is really what has kept me going, I must say. At 21, I had 1 million rands in my account.
All right. Comfortable.
Thank you to a white man called Phil Hollis. I hated him at first. Phil will come and say, gee whiz, Brandeis made so much money. We only have a check for 400,000. Brandeis got a check for 1 million. But I'm giving you 100,000 rands. We're banking the other one. We're investing. I hated him. But I love him today. I love him today because even though he was ripping me off, he banked the money for me. And you see, I was not one of those artists who wanted to buy clothes and cars and things. And if you invest your money, guys, because, you know, money comes and goes. You must be very respectful of it. So we don't have good managers in South Africa, unfortunately. We do not have good agents in South Africa. There's few of them who will be, you know, looking out for artists, but some don't. So, you know, money comes and it goes.
Yes.
So when you have it, don't say tomorrow will cater for itself, because it may just not. But I want to say, my husband's money, it's mine. My
But
husband's
your money is
mine.
yours.
My money is mine.
Mine.
I knew
Show
you were
some
gonna
love
say
for
that.
the legendary Mami Von Chaga Chaga.